God bless everybody. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful life, this fulfilling life, in any situations that you ever gave me, all of my lessons. Yeah. And thank everything and everybody in the world and for all that they do. Whew. And I appreciate everybody. Hello, Euphoria. Yeah, I got plans coming up here soon. So in the next 2 weeks, there might be completely new things. Yeah. I'm very excited, as we should be. Yeah. We all have life lessons, and each and every one of us, it's not like your life is super bad or stuff only affects me. It only affects you. A lot of us deal with situations. So every situation in your life is an opportunity to react. Everything is full of possibilities. Oh, thank you, Euphoria. How's it going? You all right?
No, I've had better days, thanks.
Well, I hope you feel better. Let me know if I can help in any way. God bless you. Yeah. I couldn't see if that woman was crying, but I felt bad for her. Yeah, I'm just here to be a light. Thank you, West Side. Yeah. We're all here just to shine our lights. Our lanterns. Some people just don't do it that much. No. It's all about what you want at the end of the day. Yeah. What's up, boss? Yeah. We all have these life situations, and it's up to us to make the choice out of them. It's it's up for us to listen to our intuition and to choose happiness. Yeah. Because this is our choice. Other people are just going to try to control you at the end of the day, or they're just going to allow you. Okay? Most people try to control something, and it's up for you to choose love. Yeah. No one's going to choose love for you. and no one's going to choose peace. It'd be nice if people could do that for us. Get off my butt and do something. Hello, Samuel 11. When we start thinking about the world and how we can help it, the environment, what we can do for people, this is everlasting energy. It's everlasting love. And then we stop thinking about ourselves. How can you serve humanity? And how can I serve myself also? Whatever that you're best at. Because we all do have unique gifts, that's for sure. Hello, Lily Bond. You look like Genghis Khan. Yeah. And once we start helping the world and helping people, we tend to forget about our problems. Okay? And then once we're helping people, it's not about your mind anymore. It's not about you. Me, 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 me. It's almost like you have extra power. And that's silencing of the mind. That's God giving you power. God wants you to help people. He wants you to help animals and the environment. Yeah. Because we are all one. And he also wants you to search for him too. Okay. I just looked into volunteering in my area. Was it because of me? Or was it because it just like a synchronicity you're talking about? Yeah, Edward. It is a choice, but once you feel it inside of you and become established in the love, you just never hate anymore. Hate is a force. You know, hate is something from the mind that you create. Yeah. We're simply not hating naturally. Because we're made of God's love. And we feel good. Everyone has strayed away from the natural feeling of your body. Because the body can only be tense or negative from our mind. Life is freedom. It's freeing. And it's what we always want. We want to be free from the tension. Okay. It's simply our natural state. Yeah. Yeah, I just posted on the Facebook in my community. That's really nice of you. Yeah. It's only really, you have to be really wise in thinking, or something has had to have touched you, love, because when you actually feel love, it's when you actually want to help people. You can get there logically too. It's just a natural expression of life. You know? That's so amazing. Yeah, I mean, I like nighttime too. Slow burn. Thank you, Lily. I really appreciate it. Yeah. My mom like let me borrow this hat, and I'm supposed to be leaving tomorrow, so I might not bring the hat with me, but I might actually have a whole different hat someone made for me. They were actually just telling me. Yeah. I appreciate it, Lily Bond. Yeah. Again, everything is reflecting to us, and all the stuff we just don't like, either it's really meant for us to change it, so we pick stuff we do like, whether it's whatever the situation is. Okay? But if there's something that, because we don't have to really deal with any BS. Now, when family members come into play, or friends, you know, people is like, oh, it's my family, I have to serve them. No, you just act out of love. But some people are just going to be very hard to change. Okay? And a lot of people are like that. And if you don't like the connection, and obviously you've tried, then you're just going to have to leave it. Yeah. Because it's nothing you can do. Sometimes it's best you just have to get away. Then you're going to make more better decisions. One, because you made a decision. Now you're feeling even better. And now that you're feeling better, you're making better choices. Okay? I'm a bum. Used to bring food to the beggars. Yeah. I mean, people come online and hate me all the time. Every which way. I could be the most perfect person. Yeah. People even hate God. People hate life. It's impossible to hate life. You have to create it and force it through your mind. You feel this? It's not naturally who you are. Okay? You create your own tension. You're closing your own circle through your closed perspective. Yeah. There's a trillion perspectives to have, but you're just choosing one, and it's a negative one. It makes you feel negative. So all you have to do is choose a positive perspective. I'm from Pennsylvania, Euphoria. And beggars, yeah, I mean, we're just referring. Nobody is what you call them. Yeah. So a musician, he's more than a musician. He eats, might clean toilets. Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff we don't see. So it's so easy to shut down and hate. Yeah, the thing about hate and when you're negative, it's just a trap. It's like holding you back. It's a tension. Your mind kind of likes it. That's the thing. You kind of like it. That's why you like fight it. And then all we really want to do, though, is actually get out of it. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's so you don't really see a way out. Yeah. Because it's what we actually want. And it feels so much better. You just feel love. Hate, all it does is you just stay in the state. Okay? It doesn't go away until we stop the hating. Yeah. But it feels like it actually controls us in a way. Yeah. Hello, Matt, the visionary. We mentioned you earlier in the AM live. Someone brought up microdosing. How could someone hate me? Some people they're just not conscious. Yeah. And it's not me who they hate. Again, they're just feeling hate in themselves, whether before seeing me or something happened. So they're just casting out how they feel. Some people hate, and although you'll feel it off of them, it will affect their environment, they just bottle it inside themselves. And we have online now where you can just kind of express your hate. Yeah. And if other people are expressing hate with you, then it's just like you get more hate. You get fire from it. Yeah. But really, people are already feeling hate inside themselves. So that's why they bring it upon you. And usually they're unaware of this, unfortunately. Yeah. You was asked. I was just messing with you. Thank you. Hello, Blake. Hello, Stacy. I appreciate all the love. Yeah. And once we choose love, we have a relief. Okay? That is the solution. We have peace. That's all we're looking for. It's such a relief. The fighting is what we're stressing about. Yeah. That's why we just got to let people be. Some people we're not going to change. They have to make the change in themselves. And they have to want to. Yeah. And once we choose love, then that love and the opportunities, we're going to choose everything out of love. We're going to live our best life. And we don't even have to fight it. Yeah. We are the quantum perceptions. That is true. And we have a baseline. Quantum. How am I today, Stacy? Yeah, I'm a little bit tired. Just simply because I haven't been able to eat food, like solid food, the last couple days. But tomorrow will be better. And I thank God because it used to be way worse. I used to feel like it was nothing, no thoughts or emotions, but my life just felt very dead, negative. Yeah. That was because I couldn't eat, obviously. But I feel better now. If I could eat 3 times a day, I'd probably be fine. I would be. Hello, Puerto Rico. I love you. And I love everybody in here. Yeah. As soon as we choose love, you're going to feel better. You'll have a relief. You know? You'll know when you choose love. Because then your heart opens. Then you get flooded with all the love outside of you. Okay? No more problems when you choose love. Yeah. Tell us something funny. What are the positive moments in your life? Well, I just named one. I'm getting to walk. It's not freezing my ass off, my butt. And I have plans of the future, I already said. And I get to be in the stream. The stream makes me happy. Being around open people and people in general make me happy. The internet is the greatest psychological op ever. Yeah. Can't. Yeah. I've also met the most beautiful people online. And we also can keep in touch with each other. And also, we get to research information and find out new things. Hello, Jonas. My body just basically like shut down and none of the doctors would help me or could. Yeah. Hello, Al. Yeah, it's been this way for like 9 years. So every day I was perpetually starving. If anyone has a reason to be mad, it's yeah. But I stopped being mad before that, so my body just wouldn't take anything. I couldn't even force it. Yeah, we'd have to talk about that more, Euphoria. Look out, a train. The hurricane is long past us. You ate 5 cloves of raw garlic. Cloves are crazy. You ate 5 cloves, like throughout the day? I'm glad you were feeling good, though. Thank you, Jesus Christ. I think that's Hindu. I can't read that. Yeah, we are just those electrons, resonance. Yeah. We have to change the algorithm. Yeah, yeah. It seems a lot of stuff online is very sexual. Yeah, it seems like a lot of it's very sexual. Really? Okay, so we have energy centers, and whether you believe it or not, the way you think comes from the energy centers or the thoughts that come to you. So you could be living a life, but you could be unknowingly your conscious the thoughts you're having are sexual thoughts from the genital. It would always show up on your face. Okay, really, if you see somebody and you're still, you can tell everything about them. It happens in a flash, and it's more of what they're feeling, their inner state. Yeah. But a lot of people are just unknowingly thinking with their bottom energy center, which would be the animalistic center. Yeah. And another reason why everybody is addicted to sex and lusting. It can be get over. It's the most rewarding when you get over it, though. That's the thing. And you can get over lusting, masturbation instantly. It's straight freedom. You won't even care to have sex anymore, or simply won't bother you. Yeah. I've taken a bunch of supplements, Stacy. I've hired a bunch of private doctors. Yeah, my whole intuition was shut down, and I couldn't think. My body was shaking every single second, like horrifically. Yeah, I couldn't focus on anything. That's how I even came to doing what I do. But oh, you're Puerto Rican too, Al. God bless you. Clove. I thought she was talking about. There's a spice named clove. Okay, you know how to read Sanskrit. Thank you. Hello, easy, busy. I don't know, Kingslayer. The trains don't come here, like, you hear them loud and clear. Yeah. Plus, I've walked on them all my life. Yeah, they do have a sound. And they know to blow the horn. Raven, that is true. That is true. It's normal, natural, and a part of life. I aim into that, you know? Yeah. But the feeling of your body in God's love is much greater than sex. Sex is only trying to put you into a trance. Okay? That's all that's happening. But you can get there without even doing that. And it feels you already are that. Okay? And it is a normal, but It is normal for sure. You're on the path, but I'm trying to help you. Thank you. Um, no, but I will be living off grid coming up here. Yeah, that's true, Euphoria. Good sex is healing. But what do you need healed from? And I mean, I agree with you, but at the same time, I don't know what how sex is going to heal you. You can heal it before the sex. This is too dim the light on us. Yeah. Yeah, sure. It's because the people, it's just the overall people are thinking on animalistic. Because all your thoughts, they come from energy centers in your body. They're not even yours, so to speak. Even though it seems like you talk to yourself, it's just like if you read about God and read positivity every single day, sex is just not even going to be on your mind. It's really what you put your attention to. Okay? So the people, the main conscious of the world, as in everybody's, it's in the lowest center. Okay. Yeah, it's very interesting. Thank you, Jesus, 777. God loves you. Guys, you got passion. Read the physics. Okay. No, I do not know how to know. Okay. That's like a mind twister to read that. You're not a failure. You're just calling yourself that. How's it going? You're just calling yourself a failure. Again, do you see how you're saying that? As soon as you just say, I'm worth everything, I'm doing my best, you automatically switch the narrative. You automatically feel better. No one's a failure. And then you can change. You can change at any moment. How you feel, your outlook on life, that's all it is an outlook on life. If it's hellish or it's negative, then you're going to feel negative. You're going to feel like you can't escape. You can't escape the narrative, but it's you painting that narrative. You make the best choices. I believe you, Resonance. I believe you, Resonance. Why is it elite? Hello, Vince. There'll be places for internet, but it is like struggling to get internet because it's in the mountains. But I'm just gonna drive somewhere to where there is internet, and I'm gonna have to test the internet. Yeah. So, yes, as much as I can. And that's only temporarily, because then I'm going to be going, next year I'm going to be traveling as soon as my body gets up to par. So I'll be everywhere. Well, they shouldn't have makeup in a beauty contest. I mean, I agree with that. If that's a role. Okay. Yeah, that's a big word. Maybe you can break that down, residents. Beholder. No, I just need something that can make me eat food. My body's not processing food, basically. Yeah, it's all right though. I mean, I appreciate you, Stacy. I appreciate everybody in here. I hope you guys are all filled with love and feel joy, everlasting joy, because it's who we are. We deserve to be. Sex is for reproduction and one true love. I agree. People are in their mind though always think that this is the one or true love. But hey, what's going on? I'm on live right now.
Killing it.
Yeah. You want me to put you in there?
Oh, let's get on. Shout out to my boy Fizzle, killing it daily. Go Steelers.
Yeah.
What you into, killing it or what?
Just gonna be on here for a little bit more.
Spitting some good shit right now?
What'd you say?
So you spitting some good shit right now?
Yeah, we're talking about God.
Oh man.
Talking about that love.
Keep it moving there. It's full of chili. I'm gonna get back to the house.
You chilly?
Yeah, oh yeah. Cold as hell, bro.
Where are you coming from?
I'm up off of Mount Roy. I'm gonna head downtown real quick and come back and watch this game.
Oh, you're just riding.
Yeah, I'm just cruising. I'm just fucking around.
Enjoy yourself, bro. Nice seeing you. Yeah. Sorry about that. I appreciate you, Beholder. Yeah. But so a lot of people think in their mind, this is the one, but that's just their mind. What they feel, something feels off. It doesn't feel like they imagine it to be. Okay? Because when you're with the right one, you will feel the connection. When you're around the right people, you feel it. A lot of us are not used to it because we're not around the right people. They don't make us feel good. And when you're in the right situations, acting from your heart, and living through there, then the situations will feel good too. Okay. Yeah. So a lot of people just think, oh, this is the one, and maybe they're just lusting through their head. If you're fighting with your spouse or boyfriend, yeah, they're not the one. The thing is, you always know. You already know. We like to twist and we like to believe that they're better and they're gonna change, and yeah. I think I got this at Walmart, and it happens to say PA on it. Yeah. I had another one that was actually orange and brown, but someone threw it out. It was actually newer too. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it too. God's will is so strong, you can overcome anything. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Renaissance. I mean, I see it from all angles. I see it from all angles, you know. And the thing about me is, I naturally did this. I take the best out of everybody I see. You know, whatever that it is that I'm doing, especially. But if I see a good quality in Euphoria, or if I see a good quality in anybody, I added a part of me, you know? And I know other people have different perspectives. So I'm always down to hear, and I'm always down to be open. What about hippie girls? Oh yeah, it's already set up, Euphoria. It's not like off grid. It's like an off grid thing that's already like set up. Yeah. But that is true. Sometimes I wonder if we're a failed project and God left us. No, no. God is always with us. We can feel Him through our life. That's why when we focus inwardly, this is where everything goes on. We're too focused outwardly. Okay, quack, quack. All the power, you have the power inside. And this is actually what I wanted to talk about. We're not a failed project, though. You're on the path. Life is not about slaves. Hey, boss. You're on the path. Life is not about being slaves. Yeah, when the first time I got a job at 16, it wasn't my first job, but it was close to it. My first job, I didn't have a goal with the money. But then my first job when I was at 16, I wanted to get a big flat screen TV. It's a whole story that leads to other stories. But when I started working this job at 16, I immediately, it was a thought, but I also felt that what people say, about money. I felt like, oh, okay, this is, Avery. And so I knew from 16, just from the feel of it, that this wasn't right, you could say. But I don't view it that way anymore. And again, yeah. But what people talk about money and that's all happened to me when I was 16. Yeah. And I personally think money is very easy to get. Yeah. But it's not about getting money. It's about going after and doing what you really want to do. Yeah. Doesn't matter if money's involved or not. Stacey Harrison, I mean, I appreciate that. And I've done research for 8 years, and every day I could. Yeah. I spent a lot of money for help too. But I appreciate that because not a lot of people even did that. Yeah. I'm going to... Yeah. Yeah, he's already with us, Strawberry Mira. Nice to see you here. And God does give you what you need, not what you want. Exactly. And once we find the love inside of us, first of all, everything's going to come to us. You'll feel God himself. And then, like, miraculous things you could never even think of are just going to happen. You're going to meet the person that you do love. Okay? You're going to be in situations that you couldn't even believe that you love. So that's why the root of everything is just feeling the love inside of you. Simply because you make the choices of love. And then you will receive that love too. But you'll already be feeling it. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of football. Or used to play a lot of football, more so. Yeah. How far I'm up? Okay, scroll down. Yeah, give hello, MK. Maybe you have to hit enter for the link. Give, expect, yeah. Nothing in return. Yeah. There's nothing to get in return. But you're absolutely right. Because once you're filled with love, it's the source of everything. So you have it in abundance. Yeah. And then you don't expect anything back. As soon as you expect something back, you lose. As soon as you react to somebody in a negative way that makes you feel negative, you lose. That's why it's pointless to fight with people. Full Jamaican? Okay. Yeah, capitalism will pass over. That is true. It already is. Your loss is my gain. Yeah. I'm not sure about the links. But you can always post it under the... anywhere on my channel. In the comment sections, yeah. Yeah, but because off or off, what you're waiting for and looking for, it's not going to show up because it's already here. It's already everywhere. Everything you see, even people, the environment, it's basically a mirage. God put clothes on all of this. This is why the devil came even into play. Because it's more so the sight. But all this stuff, forms and the shapes, the shells of everything, they're all growing. They all have love underneath them. We just can't see it. It was meant not to see in this realm, in this earth. Okay. But it can be felt. So everything around you has the same fundamental feel. It's the feel of earth. Okay? Yeah. I'm not walking to anywhere. Hello, Yacker. Yeah, Strawberry Maria. Yeah. You collect bones? The thing is, you don't think about the unthinkable. So, like when he was saying radio waves, Renaissance, you don't see the radio waves. You don't see how the phone connects. You don't even see your feelings. You don't even see your thoughts. Okay? You're becoming your thoughts. But you were there before the thought. You are the awareness looking at every thought. That is your soul. Yeah. Yeah. So it's really unthinkable because it's actually a feel. It is a feeling, and it's just the natural uplifting life. Okay? It has to be uplifting even in order to thrive, to live. Yeah. Yeah. Skulls, rips, hips. Well, that's crazy. I mean, if that's what you like to do, everything in science is measured a bad smell of rotting fruit. Yeah, you can measure it, such as smelling poop, but before science, you already know. Science is just a backup or certifying it. Science is ultimately trying to get to God, but it's simply, you can't really measure a life. Okay? There is a frequency measurable. Yeah, the frequency of everything is love. Okay? It's very simple. Yeah. You can't see it, but you can only feel it. And it's already inside of you. That's the great part. Capitalism is the best system. Yeah, I think bargaining with each other too. We just wandering around town, pulsating. I mean, there's no pseudoscience about this. Yeah, fear has a frequency, and you can create fear. You can get the same thoughts without psychedelics. Yeah, psychedelics, they're just a reminder. Yeah. And what about psychedelic drugs? Again, yeah, you don't need them because usually they just change your thought patterns. sometimes they make you still, but personally, my reference for enlightenment and finding God's love, my recommendation is 0.001. Yeah. It's just not the way to find out the meaning of reality. The meaning of reality is to actually feel it. Then you know it all. Because then you become connected to it. It's nothing like a mind know-it-all. Okay? Yeah. It's a deep concentration where you could say the data comes through feeling. Yeah. Someone doesn't need to tell you about their anger. If you're close enough to them, you can very well feel the anger, which is tension. Yeah. But I've talked about my past experience of shrooms. I was very disappointed the last time. And all anything is trying to do and why we do any activity in the real world is to still our mind. When the mind is still, it's when you know all of reality. Okay? It's when you feel God. And then there's no thoughts going on. There's no more pressure from the thoughts. Your energy rises up and it's running through your whole body once the thoughts dissipate. Even so, when you become aware of your thoughts, you can still have a thought and feel God at the same time. But you won't want to have them once if you had the choice not to have them, you wouldn't want to have them because life is just, it's so much different than thinking. Because thinking is just like a barrier itself. And once you get outside of and feel life in totality, I don't know. It feels so good that it almost as if you died in a way. Basically, your thoughts will cause hell eventually, and you'll keep wanting to think. They're just a natural thinking. Yeah, I could understand if you wear like cloths of the animals and hats. Yeah. Benzos can give you permanent nerve damage. Yeah. Never done one in my life. And I wouldn't do one. Yeah, lion's mane and Reshi. Those are my favorite ones. Ants always have a queen. Depends where you're at in the animal kingdom. Oh, nice to see you. Nice to see you, JM. Hello, Adam. I might be taking care of some horses. Yeah. I wouldn't mind horses on a, carousel or a chariot. But I actually might be taking care of some. Yeah. And I wouldn't mind like being a cowboy riding on that horse. Yeah, ants work together. Yeah. Bergmasia, Devil's Breath. Yeah. It's because it has nothing to do with what you see. What you see causes like a initial reaction. Then you start thinking, but you start judging. Before it was just happening. Before you even see anything, there is the feeling inside of you. The feeling inside of you is how you dictate the world, how you see the outside world. If someone's angry, they're always gonna say they have bad timing. They're gonna feel bad. They're only gonna see from their limited point of view. And if you're angry, you're just gonna see everything outside of you as angry. You look like you sell magic spells. They just don't deplete your B12 and B vitamins. That's why you won't feel so poopy at first. Yeah. All drugs, they take something away twice as much as they give away. Okay. Doesn't mean they're bad. Yeah. And again, I'm not against any of that stuff, but I will tell you, it's not needed. And you can feel, that's the thing. A lot of people think drugs are the top of life. They're not. That's very easy. They're not. Again, nothing wrong with them, but the feel all of life, you don't really need anything. You know, no drug can get you there. Nice beard. Thank you. Yeah, there's a difference between drug use and drug abuse. Yeah, that's true. And again, it depends on the reason why you're using it too, or whatever. I've never heard anybody personally say I'm trying to do this and feel God, or trying to get to the meaning of life. Yeah. Yeah, what the drug ultimately is trying to do, anything you do, you want to numb your brain. Because when you numb your brain, when it even slows down, you're going to notice. Because the feel of your life is going to be there. It's what you are. Okay? It's before the thoughts. This is why I did shrooms. The Mario mushroom. Okay, well, you're one of the first people that I've seen and heard say that. And it'd be cool to talk to you about that sometime. Can you tell me about your belief? Hippies. Okay. I took 5 years. Okay. Yeah, it's just, everything's just to better our lives. So, my belief, I mean, there's, I, before I get into that, once you feel the love inside of you and stay in it, you don't, all the questions then, you feel so utterly amazing, you don't ever want to think again. Yeah, it's the most satisfying feeling, and it's non-fleeting. I mean, it's always on once you really step into it. And then all your outside problems and circumstances automatically change because of the way you're resonating. Simply the love. So the origins came, you could say, out of nothing, or nothing eventually exerted itself. And again, this is how many cultures explain it. It exerted itself. So the non-moving energy, you could say, exerted, and the exertion energy is what they call the feminine, the creative force, the forms. Okay, it's the Shakti. Okay, and it's the whatever, the yin, but it came from nothing. That's just how it is. But it exploded, and the explosion is still part of the nothing, but it's just an exert of the energy. So it's the same story as the Big Bang. But really, what it is a certain type of love. For simply, it's just love. Yeah. And once you feel it, that's the end all do all. Yeah. Your karma's over. Your sins are over. Nothing can affect you anymore. Yeah. It's the it's the final. What are the stories of the creator? There's no stories before that. Yeah. Yeah. And again, what you feel when you feel the love, that's. I know you were asking about a belief, though. I do believe things work out. Everything is working out for the greater good. You could say that is a belief. But once you feel positive inside of you, then things just happen positively. Once you feel love, things just happen positive. I don't need to create a belief. Okay? So hopefully that's helps in some way. The stories of God himself would be going him going through Jesus and being Jesus. And other cultures have stories among that. Yeah. Oh yeah, the shoe game 412. I know the numbers. Yeah, we just talked about how creation came to be. What's happening, Amardi Mina? Yeah, shroom. The thing about shrooms is, first of all, they're not meant to be like an everyday thing. Okay. Yeah. And like, yeah. Use drugs for flashbacks to remember moments of the past. They don't replace the creator God in your beliefs. Not. Oh, this thing. Yeah, it's way better than drugs. Yeah. I'm not against anything. There's no one that I'm against, and yeah. Yeah. Our whole lives are leading up to the moment, to everything you've done. You might have done it out of unawareness, but you're trying to come back to awareness, to where you see, and there's no thinking going on. It takes a concentration, what they would call meditation. It's a stillness. Everything you see in front of you is stillness. Okay. Especially when you go into a forest, everything is very still. Yeah, shroom. I just didn't get to hear. We got to hear your experience sometime, JM. Yeah, you took drugs to forget them, but it's just the thought of them. Okay? The only thing you're trying, you do want to forget, you want to drop the thought. But you also want to change, and you want to see it from a positive light. That's how you really release something. All tension, which is anger and sadness, you don't believe something. You see it from a negative view. You just you want to release it. I've heard many people refer to the Bible, but I won't. Yeah. Yeah. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. But more so, I feel God. And you can feel God too. It's an innate feeling. It's when you're not thinking. And I will say it's one of the hardest things to do. That's why people don't feel God. He gave you life. It's the epitome of all life, is just feeling your life. Just being there. Okay. There's nothing you have to achieve. Nowhere you have to go. Or even attend. Because you are already this. Yeah. There's nothing other than you can be, other than your thought process. Your persona, which is made up. Your whole personality is made up. All your thoughts are made up. You are a stillness. And that's why you have to be still to feel it. This is the only thing you could ever be. It's an untrying. It's a release from all trauma and what you would call problems. I done shrooms a couple times, like over 10 years ago. You open up the stream just to get one. You're hilarious. Yeah. There's no separation between you and the woman. The woman's just an ideology. Yeah. Yeah. Simply when you don't think about her, she simply doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. It's not a bad thing. The only thing that exists out of all the things that you're thinking about in the world, let's just say there's a trillion objects and things to think about in the world. The only thing that really exists is the one you're thinking about. You can only think of one thing at a time. God has no evil. Yeah, evil's a poster stamp. And evil's obviously been exaggerated to make you fear. It's to make you fear. Okay? Fear wants to make you fear, as if its own entity. All evil is, there's a natural flow of the universe. When you go against the natural flow, you're forcing it. And when you go against God, which is going against life, then that's what they call evil. It makes you feel bad, or it sucks. And let's be straight about a devil and an evil person. No matter how they act in public or in a private, in an eye, they're usually always in fear. Yeah. Fear is trying to show you there's nothing to fear. Yeah. Fun. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Yeah. The energy's already here, and it was never not here. Okay. That's what makes the life of everything. Yeah. What if God was here before the Big Bang? Yeah, he, quote unquote, was. Yeah, that's fine. Makes sense. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah. God can't, you can't hate and love. Okay? You'll never reach love uh, through hate. Hate, you just want to release it and get to love. So yeah, that's true. Yeah. You can't hate one thing. If you actually hate somebody, you're creating the hate. Okay? Jason Derek Brown, was that someone on the news recently? Kung Fu Panda. What about the things around you trying to bring you down? Well, if we're feeling positive or love, we need to stay stable in this. And we need to choose love and choose positive from the situation. Now, if it's a reoccurrence, such as someone at your work, or maybe a family member, or a friend, usually, first, you would go do something about it immediately. Usually that's not going to break it or change it, because the other person is stuck in their own ways. They're the one causing it. You're going to have to get away from it, because some people are just not going to change. And what that is telling you, why you don't like something and it happens repeatedly, it's actually for you to get away from it. What's up, boss? I thought you were walking a dog with the bomb. Yeah. So if if things around you are trying to bring you down, see if you're bringing yourself down, first of all. What is your state of feeling? Then your outward look will be your inner state and your inner thoughts. Okay? And then when you feel good or you're happy, you will make happy choices on the outside to where you won't deal with the things that put you down. You'll already be feeling good, and you'll deal with the negativity less and less and less. Yeah. But if there's someone that makes you feel uncomfortable, get away from them. That's what it's not your thoughts, really. When you feel you're around someone and you don't like the feel of it, your body's naturally repelling, Stephanie. It's a real good question. But there are times you have to take action. This is what people miss. Yeah. Me, I don't deal with anyone's bullshit. You know what I mean? If someone was to come and say some stuff to me, I'm not reacting out of anger. I'm be like, okay, yeah. I'm just gonna laugh at it. Yeah. And they can say whatever they want. Doesn't really matter. That's probably all they're going to do anyway. And we have to oversee that, oh, this person feels negative. They feel bad. Okay? It's the heat of the moment. But also, if we're feeling good inside, yeah, then nothing really affects us. With a family member, oh, I would get away from them. You don't owe anybody anything. Yeah. Husband, wife, you're meant to feel good all the time, every situation. You're meant to be comfortable, okay? That's how we should be. And that's why we have to get away from this. The stuff that we don't feel comfortable or we don't like, truly, this is showing us, oh, I got to get away from this. Okay? It's like eating a poisonous plant. You didn't know it was poisonous, but you got disoriented and you were getting knocked out. You felt bad. It's the same thing with people. They're making you feel bad. So God's saying, hey, it's time for you to go. I have better things for you. Yeah. What's your opinion on the Moloch? The owl? It came, all evil things, statues, and symbols. They all come from good things. It all comes from good. But then people twist and change things. They still mean what they originally mean. Yeah. It's just like if the whole world one day said it was opposite day and said your shirt is now pants. Okay. So I'm wearing pants right now. Yeah. It's just something like that. Easy. There was no Big Bang, it's infinite. Yeah, I was using Big Bang as a reference. I don't really know the whole thing about the Big Bang. Doesn't. Yeah. What's the most overused question you hear on streams? I don't know if there is one. That's a great question. I like that. I will say people will come in here, not usually at the later times. In the morning, there's usually a lot more people, and there's more activity. They say drugs. They talk about. They don't even have questions. They just accuse me of doing drugs. But simply, they talk about drugs. People talk about drugs, especially online, more than I've ever talked about drugs. I don't even talk about them or mention them. But it's like people are just so, they're so obsessed with like mentioning drugs. Like, and I'm not talking about like shrooms, just asking a question. That's fine. And here, yeah, here they come. There's nothing to figure out, Lily. Yeah. And the only thing to know, the greatest knowledge to know, is that of God. I'm from Pennsylvania. There are no secrets. The secret is you can feel your life inside of you. That is the biggest secret. And you can actually still your mind. And you can control your thoughts. Hello, Mike Live Show. God is plasma, living energy. No, I mean, that's the way of explaining it. It is living. That's why we're all living with it. Hello, Edward. Forgive everybody, everything. If you don't, that means you create tension. But it's the tension inside of yourself. It's nothing to do with outside. Because they are insects. Alright. Why do bugs not go to church? I don't think I'm mogging you. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, like a lot of people just come in all of a sudden. What would you do when you find a baby in a bag? Well, I would ask, whose babies is this? Mustache. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Somewhere to stay? What if I don't have somewhere to stay, Sarah? Is that going to affect you in any way? Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, man, Dingo. God's more than a hobby, but it's a good time. All right. I guess we're going to be getting out of here because, yeah, my body's starting to shake because of the coldness. You'll give me a A place to stay? Doesn't sound like it. I love all you guys. I appreciate all the hate, all the trolls, and everybody playing their specific role. Amen. And I hope all my brothers and sisters, they get filled with love. This is the real meaning of life. There are no other goals of life until you get this. Okay? Everything else is a distraction. It's a repetitive cycle. Your life change after a near-death experience. I've had those. I've had those. Yeah, Jojo, I got a place. I got a place. There's a lot of people that, have my back. And most importantly, God has my back. Okay? That's all I need. I have faith in Him, and I'm positive about the situation. Okay? And even if I couldn't find somewhere, or even if I died the night, froze to death, I'd still be with the Lord. Summerfy. I appreciate it, Joe. It's a mod. Thank you, JS. I had a near-death experience. Well, yeah, I mean, he definitely could have gave you a mathematical equation. It does boil down to math. Okay, so I believe you. That happens to certain people. Bogs you to the end of the earth. Dang, man. I'm just asking. What was it? Yeah. If I didn't have somewhere to stay, I probably wouldn't be on here. I probably wouldn't have a phone. I'd be looking for somewhere to stay. Yeah. There's a lot of places I don't want to stay. Let's put it that way. Oh, you're from PA too? Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't know that. I'm about to be leaving though, so. Why is it called taking a poop? I guess because the feeling is like a relief. So you're taking like the hit. Yeah, and you might have to search that one online. I don't. That's kind of funny though. Yeah, I just made a post about that. Attila. I'll stay on for a little more. But I literally made a post. It's my last one on my channel. Do you like the night better? Or do you like the day? Yeah. Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, God has your back too. He brought us all together. And everything is living right now at a specific time. We have to be synchronized. Okay? There's no other way. It's the only choice. Everything is working for you, for your evolvement to feel this love, to feel this peace. If I shit my pants on purpose, is it still an accident? I don't know. Yeah. You're from PA too? Okay. And so is J West Bay. Okay. But I'm going to be leaving, so. Yeah, but the best thing we can do, residents, is make a choice and not think about them anymore. Get them off our mind. Because it's just a negative thought, a negative view. And we can change our life's destiny. I stay in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I stay right in Pittsburgh. I'm doing a shit. Oh, shh. Yeah. Hello, Yacker. I mean, I like the day, but the quietness of the night is just something. Yeah. I like warm, like, it all depends. Warm nights. But the night is when you're when the clouds, when the sun goes down, your mind becomes less active. Okay. You can have less thoughts. It's a great time to find God and realize who you really are. I talk about bowel movements a lot, Euphoria. It's a dumpy kind of day. It's Twilight. Yeah, somebody was speaking about that. I've never heard of someone say that before. Appreciating. All right, we'll read these last ones. Yeah. Yeah, those are the people that don't appreciate life because they simply just don't feel it, Renaissance. Or resonance, sorry. Yeah. Again, they're thinking in their lower energy center. So they're thinking about preserving their own life, which is like fighting everything. All right, God bless you guys. Probably be on tomorrow morning. I wish you all wealth, freedom from the thoughts, and to feel God's love. I'm going to be staying at a friend's in a whole different state. God bless the liver and colon. Okay. And I'll be streaming there, and it's gonna be a bunch of fun. Someone's probably gonna be joining me. And we'll see how it goes. Love you all. I really do.